In this video, you will come to know about 3 V's, 4 V's, 5 V's, 6 V's and 7 V's of big data. Actually, what are these 3 V's, 4 V's, 5 V's, 6 V's and 7 V's? They are nothing but how we see the dimensions of big data. Let's start from what is big data. Big data is nothing but extremely large set of data. How can we determine a data is a large set? Let's see how digital system storage exists. In 1 bit, it will store data either 1 or 0. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. It means, in 1 byte, we can store 1 letter in a word. 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobytes. 1 gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabytes. 1 terabyte is equal to 1024 gigabytes. 1 petabyte is equal to 1024 terabytes. 1 exabyte is equal to 1024 petabytes. 1 zettabyte is equal to 1024 exabytes. 1 yottabyte is equal to 1024 zettabytes. Therefore, industry determines extremely large set of data as a big data from peta or bytes. This is the volume of big data size. Therefore, volume is the one of the dimension to consider a data as a big data. Data in petabytes and above in volume is considered as big data. Next. Now, we have big data in exabytes. When we have big size of database, we use to do create, retrieve, update and delete of a dataset. Therefore, fast performance of CRUD operations are required and they are considered, which we call here as a velocity of data. So, velocity is the second dimension where we consider how much speed it processes CRUD operations. Next. For this exabytes of data we have, made could be of different types. In general, data is of 3 types. Structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. Structured data. This data is stored in tabular format, rows and columns, just as in relational databases. Semi-structured data. Grouped data into elements within a file just like JSON, XML formats. Unstructured data. It is a data that is unable to read images, videos and so on. These are the varieties of data. Therefore, variety is the third dimension we consider. Next. We have updated datasets which are constantly changing, which we call it as variability. This is also one of the dimension that to be considered. Next. In the companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, their customers are generating daily exabytes of data. So, now their responsibility is to keep useful meaningful data, removing unnecessary garbage of data. It means maintaining accuracy, quality of data, which we call it as veracity. It is the 5th dimension we need to consider. Next. This exabytes of big data can be represented and be able to display on the charts, which we call it as visualization. This is the 6th dimension we need to consider. Next. And the last dimension is value. It means utilization of data that makes revenue. Today, in this many dimensions, big data is measured. Big data market started in the year 2005, during that time only 3 V's, volume, velocity and variety are considered as a measure for big data. Next, 4 V's, volume, velocity, variety and veracity are considered. Next, 5 V's, volume, velocity, variety, veracity and value are considered. Next, 6 V's, volume, velocity, variety, variability, veracity and value are considered. And by 2021, 7 V's, volume, velocity, variety, variability, veracity, visualization and value are considered as the dimensions of big data.
So, working on visualization and value are mostly done by data analysts. Working on variability, veracity, visualization and value are mostly done by data scientists.
That's it.